The North American Registry of Midwives Candidate Information Booklet for the certification process of the Credential Certified Professional Midwife, CPM. Candidate Information Booklet, CIB. Table of Contents, page 2 of 70. NARM Mission Statement, page 3. Setting Standards for Midwifery, page 3. What is a Certified Professional Midwife, CPM, page 4. General Information, page 5. NARM Position Statement, Educational Requirements to become a CPM, page 6. General Requirements, page 7. Requirements for certification by educational category, page 8. Completion of NARM's Portfolio Evaluation Process, PEP, PEP, page 8. Entry-level PEP, pages 9 through 10. Graduation from a MEC accredited, pre-accredited program, page 10. Certification by the AMCB as a CNM/CM, page 11. State licensure, registration or UK registration, page 11. NARM Policy Statement on Preceptor-Student Relationships, pages 12 through 13. Guidelines for verifying documentation of clinical experience, page 14. NARM's Transfer Policy for Registered Preceptors and Students, page 15. Quarterly Student Preceptor Evaluation Form, Suggested Format, pages 16 through 17. Audits, page 178. Time frame for certification process, pages 18 through 19. The demonstration of knowledge and skills, page 19. The NARM examination, page 20. Inclement weather policy, page 20. Candidates who are taking the NARM examination for state recognition, pages 20 through 21. Candidates who are taking the NARM written examination to become a CPM, pages 21 through 22. Special testing needs, page 22. Examination site conduct, non-disclosure, test security, page 23. Computer-based testing considerations, pages 23 through 24. Candidates' written examination scores, page 24. Rescheduling a NARM examination, page 25. Retesting for failing candidates, page 25. Candidates' right to appeal eligibility requirements. Candidates' right to appeal, page 25. Examination comment form, page 26. Suspension or revocation of application, page 26. NARM's policy on use of the CPM credential, page 26. Revocation of certification, page 27. Recertification, pages 27 through 28. NARM policy on recertification and inactive status, pages 28 through 29. CPM retired, pages 29 through 30. Fee schedule, page 30. Study suggestions for candidates preparing for the written examination, page 31. NARM examination test specifications, pages 32 through 45. Written examination reference list, page 46. MANA core competencies, pages 47 through 49. NARM position statement regarding confidentiality, page 50. HIPAA privacy and security rules, page 50. Informed consent and informed disclosure, pages 51 through 53. CPM practice guidelines, page 54. NARM peer review process, pages 55 through 64. Grievance mechanism flow of activity, page 64. Glossary, pages 65 through 69. Directory, page 70. Applicants are responsible for the requirements at the time they submit their application. Please check the NARM webpage, www.narm.org, for the latest application forms and other updates before sending in completed applications. Copyright 2021, North American Registry of Midwives. All rights reserved. Printing at commercial locations is approved. Candidate Information Booklet, CIB, December 2021. North American Registry of Midwives, NARM, mission statement, page 3 of 70. NARM's mission is to offer and maintain an evaluative process for multiple routes of midwifery education to develop and administer a standardized examination system leading to the credential certified professional midwife, to identify best practices that reflect the excellence and diversity of the independent midwifery community as the basis for setting the standards for the CPM credential, to publish, distribute, and/or make available materials that describe the certification and examination process and requirements for application, to maintain a registry of those individuals who have received certification and/or passed the examination, to manage the process of recertification, and to work in multiple arenas to promote and improve the role of CPMs in the delivery of maternity care to women and their newborns. Setting standards for midwifery. In response to numerous state initiatives that call for the legalization of midwifery practice and the increased utilization of midwives as maternity care providers, midwives across the United States have come together to define and establish standards for national certification. The North American Registry of Midwives, NARM, the Midwives Alliance of North America, MANA, and the Midwifery Education and Accreditation Council, MEAC, MEEC, have joined together to create this national direct entry midwifery credential to preserve the woman-centered forms of practice that are common to midwives attending out-of-hospital births. These guidelines for certification have been developed with reference to national certifying standards formulated by the Institute for Credentialing Excellence, ICE, formerly the National Organization for Competency Assurance, NOCA. NARM has received psychometric technical assistance from Mary Ellen Sullivan, testing consultant, the Florida Department of Business and Professional Regulation Psychometric Research Unit, the Minnesota Board of Medical Practice, Schroeder Measurement Technologies Incorporated, National Measurement and Evaluation Incorporated, and Dr. Gerald Rosen. What is a certified professional midwife? CPM, page 4 of 70. A certified professional midwife, CPM, is a knowledgeable, skilled, and professional independent midwifery practitioner who has met the standards for certification set by the North American Registry of Midwives, NARM, and is qualified to provide the midwives' model of care. The CPM is the only national credential that requires knowledge about and experience in out-of-hospital settings. The midwives' model of care is based on the fact that pregnancy and birth are normal life events. The midwives' model of care includes monitoring the physical, psychological, and social well-being of the mother throughout the childbearing cycle, providing the mother with individualized education, counseling, and prenatal care, continuous hands-on assistance during labor and delivery and postpartum support, minimizing technological interventions, and identifying and referring women who require obstetrical attention. The application of this model has been proven to reduce the incidence of birth injury, trauma, and cesarean section. Copyright 1996 through 2001, Midwifery Task Force, all rights reserved. Completion of this certification cannot be seen as legal protection which is determined by territorial governments. It is not the intent of NARM to exclude any midwife from certification on the basis of age, educational route, culture or ethnic group, creed, race, gender, or sexual orientation. Candidate Information Bulletin, December 2021, page 5 of 70 general information. Through Certified Professional Midwife (CPM) certification, the North American Registry of Midwives (NARM) seeks to advance the profession of midwifery, to promote the midwives' model of care, and to facilitate its integration as a vital component of the health care system. This candidate information booklet is designed to aid candidates in preparing for NARM'S Certified Professional Midwife certification process. The Certified Professional Midwife (CPM) process has 2 steps: educational validation and certification. Step 1, educational validation. The Certified Professional Midwife (CPM) is educated through a combination of routes, including programs accredited or pre-accredited by the Midwifery Education Accreditation Council (MEAC), the American Midwifery Certification Board (AMCB), and apprenticeship education. All routes include clinical and didactic education. If the midwife's education has been validated through graduation from a MEAC accredited pre-accredited program, certification by the AMCB as a CNM, CM, or legal recognition in a state, country, evaluated by NARM for educational equivalency, the midwife may submit that credential as evidence of educational evaluation and may apply to take the NARM examination. If the midwife is preceptor trained or received education outside of the United States, with the exception of UK registered midwives, they must complete the NARM Portfolio Evaluation Process, PEP, or come through the MEAC application route. MEAC and UK registered midwives must attend at least 10 primary births in the U.S. Clinical experience for all routes of entry must have been obtained within the last 10 years. The NARM Portfolio Evaluation Process involves documentation of midwifery training under the supervision of a registered preceptor. Upon successful completion of phases 1 through 3 of the portfolio evaluation process, the applicant must successfully complete the NARM skills verification. Then the applicant will be issued a letter of completion that can be submitted to NARM's application department as a validation of midwifery education. Phase 4 of PEP must be completed before certification is issued. Step 2, certification. When the applicant has completed one of the approved educational routes of entry, the applicant may apply to become a certified professional midwife, CPM, and take the NARM examination. The NARM examination is computer-based and consists of 300 multiple-choice questions administered in 2 3.5-hour sessions. All application routes require passing the NARM examination. The NARM examination is required for state licensure in all states that license direct entry midwives to attend births, primarily in out-of-hospital settings.